What's up, guys? This is Ty Zen again. We're broadcasting from New York City. Right behind us is one of the oldest exchanges, stock exchanges in the world. It's called the New York Stock Exchange. If you notice, there's no, it's pretty much a museum now, you know. People, they don't let people come in there no more, right? And people don't trade there no more because everything's electronic. The reason why we're here, guys, is to do an update for you guys about the Particl token exchange that happened when the Particl community decided to rebrand the Shadow Cash token into the Particl token. And with me today is the Honorable Grandmaster, legendary, world-renowned LeonFood.com. So I got some stats here that I want to share with you guys and just do kind of a quick summary of the Particl token exchange, and then afterwards we'll bring the Oracle of Crypto in and talk about things from an investment perspective, but this is just from the token exchange perspective, okay? So when they decided to rebrand the Shadow Cash tokens into Particl, the reason, first of all, let's look at the reason why they wanted to do it, because they wanted to make sure that they were legally compliant when they released the Particl marketplace and the things that they're going to build into the anonymous and private marketplace, which is the main key to the success of Particl, or the main feature that they are working on, right? So that there's an anonymous, decentralized marketplace for businesses to sell their products and their services, okay? So they had, in order for them to do that, they had to set up a legal framework to make sure that everything is kosher and legal within all the most of the major countries. And so their law firm, their legal team advised them that they had to set up a Swiss foundation and make sure it's all legal and everything. So they needed to raise the money in during this first seed round in order to set up all the legal stuff before they released the Particl blockchain and marketplace, okay? So there was 3 milestones that they needed to hit. Each one of them was $250,000. So the first milestone was to cover the seed period development salaries, the legal expenses for the Swiss Foundation creation, the initial business consultation expenses, and so they hit that. And then the second milestone was to cover allow for additional developers onboarding and the professional PR and marketing budget. And then the third milestone was the third-party code audit to make sure that their software gets reviewed and audited to make sure it's clean and there's no security bugs in there. And to open a grant with the University Research Department for a cryptographic advisory service. And all 3 of those milestones were hit. So $250,000 each. So they hit all 3 milestones because they raised a total of, let me see, they raised a total of 590 Bitcoins, okay? And from 1,660 participants or contributors, they all contributed their Shadow Cash tokens and their Bitcoins to equal that. So they got the community converted 5.1 million Shadow Cash tokens into Particl tokens, right? There were 6.6 million total Shadow Cash tokens, and 5.1 million of that went into Particl. Okay, so that's about 77% that got converted. Okay, so those are the numbers that I got, guys. And then let me see. That's all I have. So what that mean? And then a little bit of update. They already have the testnet out for the Particl blockchain. I talked to the guys in the community, to Paul Schmeitzer, and he updated us that they are testing it, and the mainnet is ready to launch. The only thing that's holding them back is that they're waiting for the Swiss Foundation legal stuff to finish all their paperwork and stuff, and then after that, then the Particl mainnet will launch, and then that's when they'll start distributing the Particl tokens to everyone, and well, not distributed, but people will start getting access to it. Okay, so you want to take over the baton, and sure. So I'm sharing that with you guys. They're saying, I talked to Paul, and he said that right now their goal was to launch the Particl blockchain within 4 to 8 weeks after the token exchange was completed. So far, right now, as we're making this video at the end of May, right? It appears that they are on track, and he said that their goal is to get the legal stuff done and have the Particl mainnet launch in the middle of June at some time, okay? So now all these numbers and all these statistics are great and everything, but we're here in New York City in front of the biggest stock market in the world, and the thing that you'd want to know is, how does this apply to investors, and how do we make life-changing money from this, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn it over to the great oracle of cryptocurrency here, the Honorable Grandmaster, legendary LeonFu.com on Wall Street.
All right. So let's go over this.
Yeah,
now.
go over some numbers with us here and what they mean.
Numbers, yeah.
What do they mean in money terms, in dollar profit terms?
Let's just go over how many particles there are right now, right?
Okay.
There's 8.6 million. There will be 8.6 million particles, right?
But yeah.
Out of those 8.6 million, the community will hold 7.1 million.
Okay.
Right. In other words, the community will hold around 82.5% of the total number of particles.
Okay, so basically for the people that are new to crypto investing, the community means all the people that put their money, their shadow cash tokens or Bitcoins into the token exchange.
Yeah. So the other 17.5% is owned by the foundation, by the developers, the other...
that 17.5%, I think like 6% of it is reserved for the foundation, and the other 11.5% is locked up in the future in case the foundation needs that to do a second seed round, in case they need to do a second fundraising round.
So the other 11.5 is they're going to try to raise. Their plan is to sell it 6 months, 9 months down the road. Hopefully at a higher valuation than what they got right now, right? Okay, so for those 7.1 million particles, the community contributed 5.1 million SDCs and an additional
amount of Bitcoins.
What was that again?
I don't have the exact numbers.
Let's bring that up again. So the community contributed
590 Bitcoins.
590, something like that, right? So all of that was at an average price of $1.50. Now, depending on when you got in, some people paid more and some people paid less. All right, but we can't, what you paid. I'm just going to use the average price that the whole
we did a calculation
paid,
with Paul Schmeitzer, the communications manager for the Particl community, and we concluded that if you take everyone who contributed, whether they paid $1, $1.50, $2, $3, whatever it was, the average was about $1.50.
Yeah. So whatever you paid, you can replace that dollar. You can use the same methodology that I'm using now. But I'm going to use the $1.50. That's the average of the entire community. Right? So just replace the $1.50 with whatever you particularly paid at the time you paid for those SDCs or at the time you put in those Bitcoins.
So if you paid $2 or $3 or 50 cents, just use that number in the same calculation.
Right? So 5.1 million SDCs at an average price of $1.50. You take the 5.1 million, you multiply it by the $1.50. That means they raised 7.65 million US dollars for 82.5% of the particles.
Okay, so that means that the value of the project is valued at 9.25
million. Now, how do you get that? You take the 7.65 million divided by the 82.5% that the community received. The community just received 82.5% of the entire project.
And the community is the contributors, the people who put money into the token exchange.
That puts us in at a valuation of 9.25 million.
Okay, so the entire project, as we're standing right now, right, in May of 2017, right, the project is worth $9.2 million.
No. I'm not going to say what the project is worth. The market determines what the project is worth. All right? We paid the equivalent of $9 million. We're in this project at a $9 million valuation. So that's our cost basis on average. Obviously, some of you guys are in a lot higher, some of you guys are in a lot lower. But the community as a whole, we can just round that off to 9.25 million plus or minus.
So make it simple for the people that are new to cryptocurrency investing, right? So this would be the equivalent of like, you go out there and you buy a house that's worth $9.2 million.
Yeah, or whatever fraction of that house.
Yeah, and you're hoping that that house increases in value.
Yeah.
So that increase in value will be your profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all right, so what does this mean? We're investors. How is this going to make us money?
How does that make us life-changing money?
All right.
Yeah.
So really, you actually, Warren Buffett has a really good cliche.
Yeah.
He said, price is what you pay.
Yeah.
Value is what you get.
Okay.
All right.
So what does that mean?
So what does that mean? Well, we don't know what the value is going to be because they're working on it, right?
Yeah.
But we know what the price we paid.
Yeah, we paid $9.2 million.
We paid $9.2 million. At the time we did the token exchange.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Particl's not trading yet.
Yeah.
It will be.
Okay.
And we will see once the Particl token is released.
Okay.
We will then, the market will reevaluate what the Particl team has done up to this point, up to that point in the future.
Okay.
We don't know what. Particl's not trading yet. Yeah. So we don't know what the market is going to pay. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's going to be determined by the progress of what the Rhino and his engineering team have done.
And Rhino, for anyone who's new to the crypto community, Rhino is the lead developer. He comes out of South Africa, and he's the lead developer on the project.
Yeah. And it's also going to be determined by how well the rest of the team does in communicating the vision to the community. Yeah. Because we're in already. As investors, we paid $9 million for this project. We're all in. That's what you paid. That's what we paid collectively. Yeah. Or your percentage of percentage of that. Yeah. We each have a small percentage of it. So whether or not we make or lose money here depends on both what the market, what the future investors are going to value, what the Particl team is doing or has done. Okay. All right. And it's not only just what they are doing or what they have done. Yeah. It's also the roadmap they have going forward. Okay. Okay. Because remember, the market prices in what's known. Okay. And it discounts the future. Yeah. Right. So it's not only what they've done; it's also what the community, the crypto investing community, believes they're going to do in the future.
Okay. So when you say that. When you said that it's known now and discounts it for the market, it's going to discount the future. For the people that are new to cryptocurrency investing, what does that mean?
Well, okay, if all of us know something is going to happen, let's throw something out there. Let's say we know that they plan to release the marketplace 3 months into the future. I'm going to pick a date. 3 months into the future. Well, that information, if it's already known, the investors, it's reflected in the price today. Yeah. In other words, that information, if everybody knows it already, it's not going to make you money. Yeah. Right? Because that information is already you're already paying for that information. Okay. All right. So that doesn't make you guys money. No. Right? Okay. It whatever that information is, it's discounted into the future.
That means it's already factored in. It's already when you say discounted, for the people that don't speak English outside of the U.S., that means that it's already factored in. Yeah. So it's already included in there.
So if let's say whatever it is, that's worth $10. Yeah. But it's not going to come until 6 months in the future. Yeah. And what is that $10 in the future worth today? Let's say it's worth $9.50. Yeah. Well, that thing that you're selling for something in the future, you're going to have to pay $9.50 today because it's going to be worth, say, $10 3 months from now. Okay. Right? Yeah. So that's a term, the discounted rate of the future, right?
But we also want to put a disclosure in there. But that's not what you're saying that it's worth. It's going to be worth. No, we're just using those numbers as an example.
Yeah, those as an example. Right? So remember, to be a successful investor, it's not about what is happening today or what has happened before.
What you anticipate is going to happen in the future.
It's also about anticipating what is going to happen in the future. Okay. All right.
So you're saying that right now, as we stand right now, before the Particl tokens are released, you're valuing it at, or the market, not you, but the market is valuing it at $9.2 million.
No, that's not what I said. I said we paid.
We paid. Yeah.
We paid $9.65 million. That's a fact.
Okay. We don't know what the market's going to value it until it gets released.
When it gets released and it's open for tradiing, then that is the purpose of markets, is price discovery. Okay. All right.
So talk about how we looked at the CoinMarketCap.com, and they have a listing of all the cryptocurrencies. There's like 700 and something, and there's like it lists all of it by the size of their market cap.
Right now, at the time when Shadow Cash was doing their token exchange, I think they were valued at about 12 million, somewhere around 10 to 15 million, somewhere around there, if you remember.
Yeah, and it got to as high as 40 million.
40 million, 30 or 40 million?
Yeah, it was like in the low 40s,
all right, but
like 40, 41
we ended up paying, like I said, once again, we ended up paying 9.6 million today. Just to give you an idea, is 9.6 million a lot or a little, right, for a crypto project? On CoinMarketCap, 9.6 million you are not even on the first page.
That means that the first page
is the top 100,
so what that means is this, okay?
Yeah.
Is that on the first page of CoinMarketCap, they normally list the top 100 cryptocurrencies in the world by the size of their market cap, and market cap is simply how many tokens they have multiplied by the value of each token, and that's how you get the market cap, the value of the entire network of that project, okay, or the entire value of that project. And you're saying that if Particl at this moment, what we paid for Particl would not even show up in the top 100.
It would not be even on the first page. Yes.
Now
the first page is 100.
From an investor's perspective, right? Is that good news? Is that bad news? Is that neutral news?
You want to pay as little as possible. Just like whatever product you're buying. I mean, this is just like you know, I'm going to sell you this.
Yeah.
What do you want to pay for it? As little as possible.
Yeah.
Right?
So based on your opinion, you're saying that that the price that we paid is very low compared to all the other ones.
At the time we paid, it seemed about average, but now it's cheap because the market has run so much, right?
Yeah.
So at the current standing, we paid a very what looks like today a very low price.
Yeah. At the time, it was bought.
It was a little bit pricey. If you read my blog post, I said that, you know what, this is not unreasonable, but it's a little bit high. Remember, that was my evaluation at the time.
So basically, so let's just sell that for the new cryptocurrency investors. Basically, the value of the home that you bought, if we use the houses, because most people understand what houses are, right? So if you bought the house at, let's say 9.2 million, you're saying that the entire neighborhood has increased in value now.
Yeah, that's right.
So now
that's cheap.
Now the Particl house is actually the cheapest house, the lowest, not the cheapest in value, but in quality, but the lowest value,
the lowest price for that neighborhood.
Yeah,
if the neighborhood is the cryptocurrency assets, right?
Yeah.
At the time when we were doing the token, I said, you know what, it's a little bit high. You know, I'd rather pay.
But the value of the entire neighborhood has gone up now.
The value of the neighborhood has gone up, right?
Okay.
It would be like if you were shopping for a house in a neighborhood and you overpaid a little bit. At the time, let's say you overpaid, like the house was worth 100 and you paid like 115. Or so you paid a little bit higher than the market.
But now
all the 6 months later, now all the houses are at 200. So now it ends up that now it looks like you paid low for it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's the analogy. Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to give a projection, or are you going to get out there? And
I will.
Okay, guys, listen up. The Honorable Grandmaster.
I will say that in this market, if Rhino does what he's supposed to do, if the rest of the Particl team do what they're supposed to do.
And when you say the rest of the team, the communications manager,
managers, the marketing team, the business, if they come through, I'm willing to say this is a 3x out of the gate. Like from our, let's just round it 9.25.
Yeah, just round up to 10 million, just so the math is easy.
Let's say 10 million, all right?
You're Asian, so you can do, you're a real Asian, so you can do math easy.
Let's just say 10 million.
Let's just say for the people that,
we're just going to call that 10, right?
Yeah.
We're just going to round up and call it 10.
Yeah.
I believe if they do what they said they intend to do at the time when we were doing the privacy coins, that this is easily 3 to 5x out of the gate, just from the overall market.
Yeah.
Now that's on a condition that, of course, the market doesn't crash.
Yeah.
You know, like if the entire neighborhood, like if you're in the real estate market and the entire neighborhood crashes, well, you're going to get taken down no matter how good your house is.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's my projection right now.
Okay.
I'd say at 30 to 50 million is where I anticipate them opening.
Okay.
If they actually deliver what they say, that's what I'm saying. That's what the market is worth.
It's based on the caveat, based on the condition that they do what they said they were going to do.
Yeah, which we don't know yet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what that means, I'm going to translate this for the new investors. Okay. So that means that the value is bought low. and now we can expect it to be 3 to 5 times higher, according to the oracle of crypto right here, leonfu.com, the honorable grandmaster, legendary leonfu.com. All right. So let me say this, right? When people watch this video, they are going to hear it. The people that already own the Particl tokens, that participate in the token exchange, they are going to be happy to hear that. What about the people that did not know about Particl, or did not know about the rebranding, or did not know about the token exchange, or they don't own any right now, right? They're going to hear this and they're going to run out there, and more than likely they're going to try to get it the minute that it opens up for our market. What is your risk management?
Okay, I
you know, because we don't want people to go out there and get slaughtered either.
No,
right?
no. Like every crypto project, you have, you know, you got to take this with the caveat that the entire crypto market isn't, like, since we've made those videos, we've gone up the entire market, I think, has gone up 8x, right? Roughly, I don't know, we're trading at 85 billion. Give or take or something. You can go back and look at the chart. We're up multiples from when we were in Atlanta shooting those privacy coin videos. Right? So if you guys have been following my Twitter, I'm not opening any new positions.
Because we're at the top of the market.
We're not, I don't want to say we're.
Well, we're not. We don't know.
We don't know where the top is, but
it's been a huge run up already.
It's been a huge run up already. So I am much more conservative. I was. We were just at Token Summit. And there was a sense of exuberance in the air. There's so many people that made so much money. And that makes me cautious.
Okay.
That makes me cautious.
So this is a time to be cautious. And wait.
I'd rather, to be honest.
You guys already know our policy. You know, if the things run up, you know, that's not the time to buy.
Right now, my bias is sell now, ask questions later. That's really my positioning right now. And you guys have.
So ideally, right, when the Particl tokens are being released, you know, what do you feel the ideal conditions? Do you want it to be released ideally in a bull market or in a bear market?
Oh, we all love bull markets. We make money. I mean, come on, very, very few people make money in a bear market. Right? That's very, very difficult to do for multiple reasons. We'll make a separate video on that. But no, long term, I think crypto assets goes into the trillions, like 10, 20 years out, but we've come so far so fast that it's time to be cautious, I think. It's time to rebalance your portfolio, and I don't mean just rebalancing within your crypto portfolio, because if you guys haven't been rebalancing, you've got huge winners. You're overweighted in your top 5 positions. I don't care what you bought, your top 5 positions are way out of whack. All right.
We'll get to that in a different, in a separate video.
Sure.
But let's just keep it focused on Particl here, right? Is there anything else that?
No. I mean, that's where I wish them luck. And I hope they succeed.
And when you say wish them luck, I think that we're wishing luck to the Rhino and his team.
The entire Particl team.
And also to the community. You know, the ones who took the risk to participate in the token exchange and stuff. You know. So. One last thing I want to mention before we wrap up this Particl token exchange summary video is that, and projection video, is that there were a group of people who did not, for some reason, I don't know why, but they either bought the Shadow Cash tokens or they already had them at the exchanges, like at Poloniex and at Bittrex. And during the rebranding and during the token exchange, they did not send their Shadow Cash tokens in to be converted into Particl. And the community, the Particl community, has made a decision that they will help make sure that that goes through, so that the people who did have them already did not get stuck with them on the exchange. You know, somebody might have been on vacation, you know, because the exchange period was 1 month. So if you were on vacation, you were busy working, you know, if you were pregnant, if you had a medical issue, you were under cancer treatment or something, you may not have been aware that this was going on. So to make it fair for everyone that did not follow through with the token exchange or were unaware of it, the Particl community has announced that if you go to particl.io/claim, there are instructions on there how to convert your shadow cash tokens that you had stuck on the exchange or anywhere, or any shadow cash tokens that you had prior to the exchange deadline, you can still convert it into Particl tokens, because the Particl community wants to make sure that you are treated properly and it's fair, okay? In case you were not there available at the time of the token exchange. However, there is one caveat to make sure that you are not trying to game the system and take advantage of the deadline, all right? Is that you have to do a video verification and show the Particl development team and the communications team that you did indeed own those Particl tokens before the exchange deadline. So you have to do a Skype or a Google Hangout where you log into it and you show that and verify that you did indeed buy them, and there's timestamp in the exchanges that you own them before the deadline. Okay, if you own the tokens after the deadline you bought the tokens after the deadline to try to game the system, you will not be allowed to participate in I guess the post-exchange reimbursement. Okay, and the second caveat that you guys want to understand is that when they do the exchange for you, it will not be done at the average cost of $1.50. It will be done, I think, at the average cost of roughly $3. Please go to particl.io to read the instructions there to make sure that my numbers are correct. If my numbers are inaccurate, please excuse me. I don't have all the numbers here in front of me, okay? But those are the numbers that I remembered when I was reading through the instructions and my conversation with the Particl communications manager, Paul Schmeitzer, okay? So anything else you need to add?
That's it.
Okay, so that's what we covered, guys. Thanks for watching this video about the Particl token exchange summary and our price projection on it. And if you guys like these types of videos, give us a thumbs up. If you guys don't like it, give us a thumbs down so we'll know not to make them. And we look forward to the Particl tokens being released and the mainnet being launched in the next 2 to 3 weeks after this video is done. Hopefully all their legal stuff gets done. The community cannot do anything about the legal stuff because that's with what the governments in Switzerland have to do. So that's what they're waiting on to get approved, okay? So thanks for watching this video. If you guys, friends, family, or colleagues that are interested in learning how to invest in cryptocurrencies or Particl, please let them know about our channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys in a future video.